orange-green. Birth's flash. With the feeding I got from the huge orange bond, I could see the story from the first moment, when I slipped from the parent's clouds with a violet flash. It is uncommon in the primary region for Kooni to slip with a violet flash. It is impossible to imagine the occurrence of something strange like that. The base of colors spread, and known to all in this region, do not exceed exactly these colors: yellow, red, and orange, which, as we said, is the initial classification of any Kooni, and the identifier for Soodi and Yoddi to get close to it for the next cooperation step. This violet flash came from a special type of parent's clouds. At first glance, something wrong might have happened during the preparation for birth, which resulted in an error in the flash color. This is what everyone thought in the primary region, since they always keep eyes on the birth area, so that nothing unexpected happens, which could be a risk. But nothing happens here by chance. This violet flash is unknown to them, and it is attached to undefined vibrations, so they were terrified. They are in front of a small creature with a strange flash and intense vibrations that do not harmonize with them. It is a source of imminent danger, which they do not know how to deal with. Is it an ally or an enemy? The main problem is that the identification of an enemy in the primary region is the no-return zone, which sucks out any creature that started weak and does not have enough energy, and therefore they were confused and fearful. What they all did was to stay away from me and avoid dealing with me in any way, until the moment that the first tier of the first color was close to the end. I did not get any feeding that would suffice me for the next stage, except what I got during the moment of birth. It was really terrifying to me. Even finding shelter was usually very difficult. So, what would it be with a creature like me, where you first have to find a space that matches your vibrations? Then you must search for a source of feeding, in parallel with searching for your moments, which contain a simple map to help you start the journey. But after a continuous pursuit of 50 years, finally I caught one of the birth moments. I did not find any map. The search for the moments of birth was full of obstacles after finding the appropriate shelter. By the way, the shelter I found and settled in was overlooking the shining tower. So I was spending a lot of time thinking about it and trying to understand it. I still had a lot of questions. What is it made of? Why is it shiny? Why is there a distance around it that no creature can approach? What if you get close to it? Are its vibrations compatible with me? I spent a lot of time watching this shining tower and how the creatures moved around it, until one day I realized that this tower had a height that we cannot see, but at that time I saw it. This was the moment when I was very weak and near to approaching the Bon, which was finally accepted to be a source of feeding. I cannot describe the meaning of the weakness and suffering that any creature suffers from in the primary region. Yes, you may pass through part of it when you get sick, and fortunately for you, you can communicate with others from your type. Talk and describe what you suffer. There are people who care for you, whether from the family or the healthcare, doctors and medical staff, but all of this does not exist here. Despite all the weakness, fatigue, and suffering with all the painful vibrations, you have to resist. Otherwise, the suffering will increase and your end will be in the no return zone, which, by the way, is a regrettable ending. But there is always a merciful hand that extends to all of us in our darkest moments of weakness and loss. It is the shining moment that the shining tower sends. For me, it was the guides that I followed to reach that Bon who finally agreed, which I thought was my last hope. These shining moments are a combination of energy and time particles, sent by the tower to every creature at different times on different occasions. But some see it and pick it up, and others do not see anything. Oh, what is that? Are these particles around me that simple? Why haven't I seen it before? And why didn't I catch it? Where did it come from? It all happened in seconds. It was between thinking about it and moving towards the Bon. At these moments, the shining particles showed me the way to the Bon and made this Bon agree until I moved toward it quickly, then collided with Yoddi, pulling me to the huge orange Bon. As soon as the energy line passed through me and I was receiving the feeding, it became a completely different story. I was able to see what I had not seen before, and thus seeing reality in a different way made me grow and inflate differently, at a faster speed than any other Kooni, as well as any Yoddi or Soodi. All of the above from one side, and the price from the other side, since there is a price for sure. See you soon.